What up, YouTube? So today my YouTube channel hit 5,000 subscribers. So I definitely want to thank everybody out there that subscribes to my channel. It's crazy because when I first started doing this, I didn't intend to have a YouTube mountain biking channel at all. I just posted a video of me following my buddies riding. Did these videos so we could just watch the rides during the week, because we're just basically weekend warriors. I've always kept my crashes on my videos, just mainly because I always wanted to watch the crashes to see what I did wrong. And pretty much, I still keep my crashes in my videos now for that same reason. I'm always trying to push myself, always trying to progress. And I still follow my friends. Unfortunately, most of the guys I used to ride when I first started, they don't like to ride the same trails that I like to ride. So some of them play things a little bit safer. I personally like to push myself. I started mountain biking about 6 years ago, I believe. Basically, I tore my ACL and MCL originally about 15 years ago snowboarding, and then I broke my knee and I had to have knee surgery. A few years later, which was about 6, 7 years ago, I tore the screws off my ACL and MCL, and I had to have a second surgery. After surgery, I went to physical therapy. My physical therapist was a mountain biker, and he told me to get into mountain biking. It's good for my knees. Obviously, he was probably trying to get me into doing like cross country or something like that. And actually started with a hardtail 29er. That got old pretty quick. I'm just not a big fan of those type of bikes. And I started hitting like funner trails, gnarlier trails. I met a guy named Kevin who started showing me other trails at Aliso. I remember like hitting Telonics for the first time. I was like scared shitless. Then I was hooked, and I got myself an intense carbine 26. From there, like pretty much now I ride with a bunch of badass riders, which is cool. One of the best things about mountain biking for me has been meeting so many cool people on the trails. All the guys that I ride with now are guys that I've met on the trail, and I consider them like family, like good friends. So it's really cool. I met other YouTubers as well. I prefer following like people that are better than me, faster than me, because it pushes me to keep up. And that's probably why I do crash a lot. I mean, and as you know, I keep those crashes on there. I'm not embarrassed by any means, because I know that one day, whether that be that same day, if I'm not too hurt, or in a month or a few months from now, that I'm gonna come back and hit that same jump or hit that same section that I crashed on, and I'm gonna clear it. So those videos are for me to motivate myself to get better, to try harder. I've gotten a few negative comments from trolls out there that talk crap about me crashing, and it's all good. I mean, those comments are what I use to motivate myself to get better. And I know that these are idiots that probably don't ride hard. I mean, I don't know any badass riders out there that are going on YouTube and talking shit or trying to put people down. One of the best things for me with this channel has been sharing my experience with fasting and eating one meal a day. I think it's changed my life so much for the better. I've worked out like pretty much my whole life, and I think I've always done it the wrong way with counting calories and doing all the stuff that, what we're taught to think is what's right. And so I got into fasting because I had a lot of issues. I feel really bloated. They thought I might have had celiac disease. And they wanted to put me on a bunch of medication. And I don't believe in medication. I don't take any drugs or anything like that. So I basically did some research online, and I found out about intermittent fasting. So I tried that, and I mean, fasting has not only changed my body physically, but more importantly is how I feel mentally. Is why I keep eating one meal a day. It's hard to explain, but I'm just way more focused. I just feel better. I don't require as much sleep. I'm 1,000 times more productive at work. I have tons of energy. Mountain biking has been like I've improved a lot. Mountain biking, especially on the climbs and long rides. I could ride way longer now. It's just been great all around. I've had nothing but positive things with fasting. So um, I I always try to share that information to as many people as possible. And I did a video about it, I think 6 months into my fasting, and that video blew up. I think it almost has like 100,000 views now, and those comments, it's just amazing. Like, that's why I do these videos. Like, I never feel comfortable speaking in front of the camera. It's even owning my own business, having meetings, I never felt comfortable speaking in front of people ever. But I do these videos because I know it helps people out. Somehow they've motivated people, which is awesome. But yeah, I kind of got off subject. The other thing is I get a lot of questions with my workout. I prefer to work out in the morning. 6 days out of the week I work out in the morning. Today it's raining outside, so I'm gonna ride my stationary bike. This is what this is a real rider. This is cool because it like swivels like that. But if you're at the gym, what I would suggest is, to do like high intensity interval training. That's what I do. And my workouts are really quick. I would say like 25 to 35 minutes, like really fast workouts, nonstop. I try not to rest. I don't count my reps, just like I don't count my calories. I just do my workouts till failure. So on this day, I started with dips, and then after the dips, I did some pull-ups. Everybody has a New Year's resolution to lose weight, so it's pretty crowded at the gym during this time of year. So I then went downstairs. I did some tire flips, which is just new. It's pretty cool. The gym just got that. That was awesome. And then I did some tuck planche push-ups. I did some squats with the kettlebell. And then I used the kettlebells to do some swings for my shoulders. So that's, and I would just rotate that. So I would suggest that if you, fast, I would strongly suggest you working out as well. I have so many people that eat really crappy, like hamburgers and hot dogs and pizza, and then they all of a sudden want to change their whole life and lose weight. They make this New Year resolution, and then they start just eating salads and chicken breast, and they don't last. They'll quit after 1 or 2 days. That's not practical. So if you're eating hot dogs and hamburgers and pizzas right now, I can honestly tell you that you can continue doing that as long as you eat within a 8-hour window and you fast for the other 16. I guarantee you will still lose weight. But eventually cut back on the pizza and the hamburgers and hot dogs and add in some more vegetables while you eat. Like maybe instead of having 4 slices of pizza, have like 3 and add like a giant salad on top of that, and then eventually, you'll start gravitating towards more healthier foods. I make it simple for myself. I don't eat anything that comes from a box, a can, anything like that. I try to eat stuff that is real. I just stay away from processed carbs. I don't eat rice, pastas, noodles, any of that stuff. I've maintained my weight. I started at 176 pounds. I'm right now between 145 to 148, and I've stayed this weight now for the past year and a half. So definitely one of the best things about this channel for me has been able to share my experience with fasting, and been able to somehow inspire others to do the same. The craziest thing is all the comments that I've gotten from people who've watched my videos, my fasting videos, and told me that they were inspired and they started, and that's awesome. Like people that's gotten off diabetes medications. So if you're one of those people, like, if you don't want to put it publicly, please just send me a private message, because that stuff, it truly makes my day. Like, it's the reason why I put out my first video. But definitely don't buy into that eating 5 small meals a day, having 2 protein shakes and all that mess. I used to do all that stuff, supplements. I kind of completely got off subject, but I just again want to thank everybody out there that subscribed to my channel, especially those that have been with me since day one, like years ago. I've done this for a long time, I think a year ago I was less than 1,000 subscribers. So the channel just blew up in this last year. So it's been awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Keep grinding. Embrace the grind. And till next weekend. Peace out.